going on with y'all peoples, man? Finally back. I've been gone for a minute, man. I've been having a lot of shit going on in life,
Good
but I'm
evening.
back. Man, gotta stay consistent, bro. That's consistency is key. That's what they say.
That's
But
right.
so today I got some family on here. We got a new guest, two new guests, really. Quan, I ain't gonna really hype Quan though. She done been on
I'm,
here
you know,
before.
I'm a pro. You feel me? Now,
She a returner.
All right.
But you know what I'm saying? We got Binks, and then we got Miss April here. But I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves and y'all tell us who you are, where you from, what you got going on, et cetera, et cetera. Quan, you can do the same since me and Quan, we've been here. I'm gonna go last. Quan, you go second to last.
okay.
And we'll go ahead and let Eric go first. So you just introduce yourself, man. What's up?
It's Ed. Everybody know me as Binks. Y'all already know. I'm in the community heavy. I'm in the nightlife heavy. I'm trying to get money every side of the field, man. You know, I'm just out here, man. I'm just trying to stay productive, man. Just trying to stay motivated. You know, nothing major.
Okay, that's what's up. So April, what's up?
Hey, everybody. I'm Miss Butler. I'm a child care manager, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, content influencer. Live three. I love being. I love creating workshops, community based, grant writing. I do it all, but most importantly, I love being a servant.
That's what's up. So Quan, man, what up?
What up, everybody? It's your girl, Daquondra Cuthbertson. Okay, some may know me by Quan. I am in healthcare. I'm a confidence builder. I help individuals build confidence from within, mind, body, soul, and spirit. I do a lot. Like Miss April said, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and like Banks said, or Eric, I'm just out here trying to be productive in every way possible.
Amen.
Ain't no wrong with that. Y'all already know, man. It's your boy King Ford, man. 1/3 host, Members Only podcast, and y'all already know, man. Dad, husband,
Mm.
brother, cousin, realist. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
hey, got a lot going on. Know what I mean? Last time we checked in, I was trying to get my insurance license. Got them now. I ain't really put it out there like that. So, I'm officially a licensed North Carolina insurance agent. So that's major right there. It's a
Major
switching career
move.
for me, but it's necessary. More time, no more money, less time. See, that's the goal anyway. So, you know what I mean? So we're gonna rock out like that. So, man, we having this conversation because it was probably about 2 weeks ago. Me, Eric, Quan, Jess, Wizard and Shout. This is going crazy, like having a real conversation. So I titled this episode as Venus versus Mars. Reason why. Now I mean, man versus woman. We was really having a real good conversation about a variety of topics, to be
Mm.
real. And Eric has some real good takes on shit. So if y'all know him, y'all know he'll debate your ass till you blue in the face. You ain't so he gonna have some shit for you now. So what it was is the first thing we're gonna go ahead and nip in the bud. We're gonna go ahead and cross that bridge now. We really talked about how in 2024, well, nowadays, you have women who are independent. They're able to work the jobs we work, do the things we can do. And at one point in time, and historically, that wasn't a thing. Now the women have the ability to do what we can do, make the same money that we can make. What's different now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are women different now? And the reason, and what I want to speak specifically on is the independency versus the selfishness. It's like, I feel like it's a fine line. Some women are going to be very independent, but sometimes how you feel about Eric, how you feel about women being independent versus selfishness? Like, how you feel about that anyway?
Like you said though, man, like it was once upon a time where a woman couldn't go do certain things or, kind of bring value to the house as we see today. So you would think logically that with women being able to go make these figures and come together with the man, that it'll be a better situation for the black family instead of a decline, you know. So my take on it is, it can only be selfishness, that's and people doing for self,
Mhm.
you know.
I'm saying though, but why though? Like give me an example of a woman that that has the ability to be independent versus be selfish. Like what does that look like to you?
It's hard to differentiate them
Mm.
because it's hard to differentiate the two, because the you don't put aside, what your sole purpose is to be a maker of another. You don't put that to the side for a career or whatever it may have been. You know what I mean? So that's kind of selfish in my eyes. Everybody got different opinions. That's kind of selfish in nature wise. By nature, you don't put your nature to the side and then achieve these, whatever it may be, event, lifestyle, the clothes, whatever you're doing it for. It's selfish reasons if it ain't coming together with your co partner
Mhm.
to advance together.
Mhm.
So I can't. It's hard for me to differentiate
That's
independence and
good
self.
now. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you were saying man, I remember before you were saying like, but it's hard to tell the difference because
They put on a
really like
facade.
it's
Mhm.
a facade. Like it could be a facade
Yeah,
because
yeah,
remember you said you don't really know who a person is off first dates or whatever. Like basically, you don't even know if this person is independent or if they're selfish until you already knee deep in the game.
Mhm.
yeah.
So it'd be like too late. Like how you feel, April?
Well, I just think it depends on the seasons and the trauma and experience individual has been through. Because I don't see it as a gender thing. I think we've had the opportunity to evolve as women. And really, we have to decide what we want in life as well with our partner. So for me, I've been a wife, I've been a fiance, I've been a girlfriend, I have been a single parent, and I have decided not to be called single anymore because I have a village that is supporting me with my 3 children that I have produced myself. So now I'm in a different season in my life, and I have decided I want to build this generational wealth that's going to require this, this, lots of sacrifices. Because I've been in those other seasons where I've been feminine, and then I had to leave because of situations that required me to leave. Because I still got to take care of my children, regardless of the situation. But I never saw myself as a traditional woman because of what I believe in and what I was taught to believe in and what I saw as I was growing up. So being in this current season is for a person to identify whether I am independent or in my selfish season. I tell you off rip, I'm not in the season today. I'm right now focused on my career because I've been through those other seasons already. And I wouldn't want to bring somebody in my life and I don't have that time to give. So I still keep myself attractive. I still make sure that I do this, but I know the sacrifice that I have to make in order to get to where I'm trying to go. So it's really about the individual trauma, their experience. And then I truly believe you can tell what an individual is by meeting them the first time. It don't always, if you are a good analytical thinker, evaluator, and observations, you could just tell in somebody's body language and how they talk what season. And that's just my take. But I'm not the traditional person, so I wouldn't truly see that we're selfish. I am grateful for the opportunities that other women have paid for me. But I can't just say women paved it for me. Black men, kings have paid for me. They have allowed us become more of a 50% role. So I'm extremely grateful at, but I'm a different individual. I'm not a traditional woman in this different season. I used to be, but I'm no longer. Like I said, it's just it's experience. Really, it's just experience. Things through
But
trauma.
I mean, but look, even still, what you saying about the seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. Some women might be in a season where, all right, now I'm in my selfish era. Like, women like to put era on every damn thing. So
Not,
like, I'm in my selfish era, right?
ooh,
Oh, this is my season of independency. This is like. What about the women who don't have them seasons? Like, what about the women who just fuck
right.
that nigga?
Oh,
I don't need no nigga. Da, da, da. Like, what about them?
well, I've
Like,
been
what about you know what I'm
before.
saying? Because I know you a certain way, but
Mm-hmm.
if we're speaking on women as a whole,
Well,
I
and see,
mean, shit. No, you know what I'm saying?
if Quan and I think about the season when we were tapped into, I don't need nobody to do this. Something happened to us that
Yeah.
caused us to feel that way. Something happened to us. Nobody just jumps up and say, I want to do this all on my own. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't want to do this on. Look, I was built to be with a partner. Okay. I was built for that. All of us is built, if you're religious, spiritually wise, but something caused you to feel like you had to become independent.
Right.
A series of events may have caused it. People who have let you down, the unexpected, the expectations, the falls, but you got to wrap that into your journey, your process to get to when am I going to decide to be selfish and do for myself?
Yeah.
Because I'm done for everybody else. So I truly believe something had to cause that to happen. And you develop these skills along the way. You don't just wake up and you know how to be independent. You learn from modeled behavior. So what I learned from my mama, my aunties, and whatever else they were doing, and then when I got older and decide whether or not I was going to do that or not, if I was going to be polygamous, if I was going to be single, if I was going to be just this, I had to decide for myself,
Mm-hmm.
what am I going to be and what's causing me to be in this independent state. So it's like we always want to speak on a whole, but we technically can't because everybody has their own traumas, even though we fall.
Yes.
Could I touch up on what you was just speaking about
Yeah,
when
go
you were
ahead.
saying like it seemed like you know like what got you to the point, but like you say, listening to your mom and your aunties, and then you say the trauma from what they showed you and what you used, all the stuff they showed you. That's why you ended up with the person that gave you the trauma.
Yes.
So unlearning
Mm-hmm.
those things would probably be in women's best interest
Yes.
because the trauma came from, oh, he better have this. Oh, make sure he such and such, setting you up for failure. Everything that didn't, everything outside of love actually, you know what I mean, is what they had y'all searching for. So the trauma kind of came from the search, not from because you're gonna get what you're looking for. You know what I mean? I don't think the trauma so much come from men, but
No,
what
Or
you
no,
were
or the
searching for.
no.
process, like you said.
Traumas,
Yeah, yeah.
positive,
I don't think the
negative.
trauma come
Yeah,
from men per
you're right.
se. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The
at
trauma
all.
just come
Yeah,
from life. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Life
Like your
experience.
life. So women are the way that I'm gonna speak for myself because I've been selfish. I've had my selfish era. I'm independent. But at the end of the day, I know that I don't want to live this life by myself. You get what I'm saying? But I am in an era right now where I do I just want to work on myself. I want to become whole so that when my person do see me or bump into me, I'm
Mm,
ready. You get what I'm saying? But I
right.
am independent. I can go out here and make a lot of money, or I can help my partner get the money at the end of the day.
Mhm.
But because I've been through so much stuff, I've done seen my mama be independent. That's just who I am. Even it's hard to unlearn being the independent woman. Like
Right.
that's hard to do. Even if you have that person if you have that man that you know what I'm saying, that's your partner, that's your person. They're gonna go out here and get the money, they good, but still you still have that independent tendency to do what you need to do at the end of the day. So for me, like, I don't, like, most men want their woman to be, you know, in their feminine era, right?
Oh,
And for
Mm.
me, it's like, damn, I really want to be in my feminine era. I want to know what that feel like. I want to know how it is, but it's just like, I'm just in the era where I just gotta get my shit together. Like, I want to get my shit together. So it's hard to be soft right now. You get what I'm saying? I have it in me. It's in me,
yeah.
but it's hard because it's like, I want to make sure I am good. I want to get my shit together. So sometimes I come off as alpha, or I come off as a strong woman, or I come off as, damn, do you even need a man? I really do want my person. I want to have that person, but it's like, I'm just in the era right now where I want to get it together. And that means for me to be hard. And that means for me to be independent. But like you said, you don't have to do it on your own, but shit, it just works on my own. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
No,
saying, is that choice? Or is it,
yeah,
you know what I'm
It is a
saying?
choice.
So you make
That's
it.
what I'm
definitely a
saying.
choice.
It sounds like a lot of the stuff sound like it's these are like things that are being chose. Like y'all choosing it.
I
Y'all
don't think
choosing these
so.
things.
Like, I've been in soft girl season with my husband before. I love being a wife. And it was just the decisions we made in our marriage. We decided it's okay for me to work. I'm a big believer that my king makes the decisions in the home, and then I follow the lead. I'm the neck that supports him. Big true believer. However, we had a lot of odds against us. He was a white man, and a lot of people did not like him being with a black queen. So we not only we had that to deal with, we had a biracial child, and then we had some other mental health issues dealing with him. So being in my soft season, not only with my husband, I had a white husband. He had to deal with a lot of negatives dealing with that. And we didn't let that become our trauma or our experience. We embraced it. And I love being pregnant, being home, being a housewife. However, I did have skill sets to bring income in the home. And even though I was the breadwinner, I still make sure that my king made the decisions in the home. So, like I said, the soft season is beautiful. It's a wonderful experience. Been there, love it. I would love to bring it back in my life. However, when that chapter ended in my life, I knew what it felt like to be in that soft season. So I'm waiting for that to come back. But I know when I'm ready for it. You know, that selfish part is knowing I just don't like when people bring people in your life and you place them in a certain queue because that's what you need them for. You're gonna create more drama. So, just know the chapter in your life. But Quan,
But
I'm girl,
that's
when you're in
that's
that soft season, it's a beautiful thing. I'm just letting you know, honey.
It
that's
is a
kind of
beautiful thing.
that's kind of contradicting though, love. When you say, you know, what you looking for, because women actually look for men to benefit their life.
That's them women. I ain't looking. It's a
But yeah,
difference.
but we still gotta speak. We still gotta speak in general because
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like generally
I mean
speaking.
we gotta speak as in general. Just because I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the same take as Eric per se doesn't
Right.
mean that's what I'm saying, that's what it is. I'm still kind of like being more open minded, and I heard you mention something about being in your soft girl era, right?
Yeah, when
And
I
like
was
even
in my
Quan,
soft
yeah,
season.
like and Quan, you said you were saying you want to be in that era too. Like you feel as though you know that you in this independent mode, which there's nothing wrong with being independent.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me just go ahead and make that clear now. Being independent to me, it has absolutely nothing to do with being selfishness. I don't even know why those two even come so close as they do with society. That's number one. So
Yeah.
you been independent, all right, cool. Nothing wrong with women having skills, being able to do all these different things. Bro, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But let's be real. Women use excuses to be like the whole alpha thing, for example. Me and
Hmm.
Tom, well, me and Eric feel like shit, it's only room for one alpha. That's first off. Ain't room for two, and it ain't you. That's how I feel. But look, but women use like a man is the reason why they in that. Or you ain't it's a man like it's a man fault that a woman not in her soft grade era. Like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
which
hell
which
nah.
which is actually the contradiction I was trying to make. Because a woman to say like, if a man come and step and be a man and and be that, yeah, I will provide him that feminine. You see what I mean? It's like a light switch. It's
That's
conditional.
But that's
that's
the
good.
But
decision making with certain people you bringing in your life. If I know that you don't meet these standards and I know what I'm looking for, and I'm just saying in that perspective, I'm not gonna bring you in my life when I already know we don't match. We don't have the chemistry. We don't have what each other have. Like you're looking at the facade versus looking at the internal. So I don't think it's contradicting. It just depends on what you're looking for. Because sometimes you find unexpected love, but I don't think everybody uses just men in general as the reasons. That's why I say trauma. That's why I don't never say men, because men ain't the cause to everything, and neither is women. It's what you
Right.
are going through in your time of your life, whether it's then, there, back then, or whatever has not been healed, or being healed, or currently being received, or it just depends on what it is. And that's why I say generally, it's the individual, it's the person, because we should not be blaming it on gender. You know, that's it's to me, it's a old
That's a thing though.
it's old
That's
way
really a
of
thing.
excuse. Like we know it's 2024. We know everybody's independent and having these ways now, but it's something going on that causes it. And it's not always the men that's causing it. You got some women that do some things for some change.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Because Eric was saying like some women, in general, generally speaking, uh, get a man to benefit them. But shit, men get a woman to benefit them as
All
well
the
too.
time.
You
I
know,
meet them
but
all.
men,
No, no, hold
women
on.
may be looking.
You gotta explain. You gotta elaborate on that.
I'm just saying, like, cause men, generally speaking, say women want a man that's financially together, right, or whatever like that. Well, men want a woman to what? Sexual. Y'all see with y'all eyes. So
Man,
at the end of the day, everybody is looking for
okay,
something in somebody. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So everybody has selfish ways at the end of the day. For real, for real. Like, yeah, like
look,
I want a person to be together. That's why I'm getting myself together selfishly, like because I'm looking for somebody that's together. Cause so let me get me together internally. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
I
look,
get it.
they go back to what Eric was saying though. He said, y'all like, okay, they setting y'all up for failure. What you looking for is based on what?
But
It
who
can't be
said
What
for
you ain't just wake
what you taught the hunt?
you
who?
ain't wake up one day and just know what type of person you looking for.
Shit, I still
It's
don't
just
know what
been
type of person I'm looking
I'm
for.
just
That's
saying,
why
but
I'm working on me. Shit,
I'm
I
saying, but
don't know.
women typically gonna be into whatever it is they seen or whatever they've been taught that what a man's supposed to be. So
Oh,
if this is what a man's supposed to be and
Okay,
that's what you
okay,
looking
yeah.
for, I don't that nigga could have got them like okay, for example, Eric, was we not talking, we said a woman, if a woman looking for XYZ in a man, whether it be financial, whether it looks, if it's in the physical, whether it's in the financial, whatever, just looking for a dude that's gonna be a benefit to her, whether it is physical, whether it's financial. If you see a dude like she said, she want to allow somebody in her life that's not a good fit or whatever the case, right? If you know that's not the right person, then you ain't gonna even move on it. But how you gonna know? You go out, you see a dude, he in a Benz, he real clean, you're attracted to him physically. He appears to be your fit financially. You don't know nothing about this nigga. That car could have came out Turo, and that fit could have came from Sheen,
Shit, that's
and
just
he
like
might
a
not have a
man though.
dime.
A man go out look for a woman who got what? Big titties, big ass.
No, no, because
But
Yes,
it,
it's the
not
same. It's
all
the
though.
why?
same
Because
thing.
everybody, man, a woman could have been born with no ass at all. You know she can go buy
No,
one.
a man physically, a woman looking for that attraction, physical, right? A man looking for a physical attraction as well. It's the same thing.
But
Man,
check me
And
out though,
men want
love.
a
Check.
financially stable woman as well.
No,
Same
we
thing.
don't. I'm sorry, love,
Go
but
ahead, go ahead.
I don't feel like we want financially stable women. Cause we done seen countless times old buddy in that don't dropping shawty off at McDonald's. Or old buddy in that Benz dropping shawty off at Walmart. Like it ain't we ain't worried about y'all. That's actually what take y'all out of y'all feminine. When y'all get in y'all, I gotta it's all about me. Let me figure me out. I gotta do this for me. That's when y'all lose y'all feminine traits. That's when you lose femininity. When you
That's when
go in
you
that
that's when you become alpha.
yeah, that when you go in that 5-year hiatus, and now when you want to jump back in that dating pool, it ain't the same no more because you done got all those ain't no man done made you go get in your alpha because you was alpha before you met the wrong guy. You just ain't get another guy that you was afraid to give somebody else that. So you went into your hiatus and you got all kind of other characteristics outside of that femininity, the guard being vulnerable. So it's actually you who made you
And
not.
it go back to what you said. It go back to what you said. You gonna get
Yeah.
what you
I mean,
looking
it's good.
for.
That's good.
You gonna get what you looking for. You looking for XYZ because you was trained to look for XYZ, setting your ass up for failure. You went and found the wrong. Now you looking crazy. Now all of a sudden he the excuse for you being alpha, for you being independent, you for being whatever all the rest of these females is posting what they are. You like that because that season, or we're gonna call it a season, because you
Mhm.
got the wrong dude,
Yeah.
because you were taught the wrong dude.
Right.
Now you
But
got excuses.
that
That's
goes
your excuse for
and
That goes
being
both
alpha.
ways,
you
though.
run into the wrong woman, not once, but twice, but 3 times, 4 times. So the model behavior of you finding the same woman makes me believe in, I wonder how you treat your mother. Because I came from a 2-parent household. 35 years they were together. But when someone meets me and they talk to me and they assume that I come from a single parent household because I don't have a man that lives with me, they already done judged me, and I'm in my soft girl entrepreneur season. I still walk around soft. I don't gotta walk around hard. I don't have alpha written on my face. I don't
You
let
kind of
trauma be what I've been through, and I don't let the trauma be a negative entity. But it's the same thing for men. You have met the wrong woman. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now all of a sudden she has become the you making men out of it, but you did the same thing. You just contradicted yourself because now you just put us in a pool saying that we do this, but you met the wrong woman too. That got
Yeah.
you in your perspective because
And
But
you get
okay,
the right
and
okay,
so
one.
I
but
got a
look,
question.
but
I
look
got a
though,
maybe
question too.
but how you know me and Eric, we're not speaking from experience
No,
of a
I'm talking
woman that we like.
generality.
I'm saying like for example, if we're having a conversation like we're doing right now, me and Eric speaking specifically on the facade or the image that's being put out there that's going put out there through social media, through whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And women, I ain't never experienced I ain't never been with no woman that's like that, but I see them. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I'm
so it
too.
might not be that 1 time and that 2 time and that 3 time. You might not have ever had one, but we still we're not blind to see what's going on.
Thank
You
you.
okay? You get on Instagram right now. If I get on my Instagram right now and I go on my explore page, I'm gonna see at least 50 to 100 females on there with poses or with pictures that are gonna draw people to it. If you click on it, 5,000 likes, 6,000 likes, and the picture ain't chest up with an inspirational quote talking
Mm-hmm.
about some whatever, or talking about how she's this and that to her man or whatever. It's ass shot or a side view or you know what I'm saying, just some shit
That's the
that everybody want to see.
yeah.
And she's a single individual, and it's to be the same female who's I don't need no nigga, or if he don't make this, like like that's what it's done turned to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's independent,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a bit of selfishness thrown in there too
But that's on
for
both
those
sides.
reasons.
So what makes why because you said there can't be two alphas, right? And April said she agreed. But why can't it be? Like why can't a woman be in her soft era and still independent with her man as well? Like Why can't
I
it
ain't say
happen?
nothing because I didn't say
Oh
that
well,
she
okay,
couldn't
Eric,
be.
but why can't cause why can't a woman be independent, strong, and alpha and still be your woman and still be soft and still give you everything it is that you desire? Like generally
But this
speaking,
because
because
you gotta.
generally men do not like financially stable women. That's what you said, right? But why? Because at the end of the day, why can't you both be financially stable and still work it out together? It can happen. I've seen it.
Oh
I
yes.
can explain that, love,
Go
because
ahead.
men we take our L's a little bit better than y'all. So say we just got used for money. Say we just been dealing with a chick that used us for money. We still gonna have to go and pay for the first date for the next one,
Mhm.
regardless. See what I'm saying? So let a guy done use y'all for anything. Another guy ain't gonna get that access to that. It's gonna be
Okay.
locked off.
That's a good.
You see what I'm saying? So whatever caused y'all to turn into y'all alpha, y'all ain't willing to
Let that
make
shit go.
available for the next guy because y'all done got hurt and now it's a gate around it.
That's
You
a.
feel me?
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
I
That's a
believe.
Men
fact
still
though.
available, regardless. We can take that L and still get a next woman. We can show her a blast, vulnerably, like yeah, and spend it. You know what I mean? Show her a good time. We ain't gonna hold out on her because she really put me on child support. She got now tried to carry the kids on the taxes and try to really play with my bread. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I mean? We ain't gonna take that out on the next one. But y'all really will though.
Well,
So that's the thing. So when y'all getting y'all alpha,
mm,
it ain't adjustable. Y'all
it is.
over here now. It's on this side of the fence.
It
It's a
is.
gate around everything else. The vulnerability.
But it's not
We
like
can't have it.
like there's a time where we have to heal from whatever. And I think this just for any. That's why I keep saying there's a time we have to heal from something when you have a loss. And I just think that's every human being. We all heal differently though.
Yeah.
One and I'm never gonna put out. I'm never gonna like you did this to me, so I'm gonna treat the next man like this. I'm not ready to receive that next man that's possibly great for me because I just been hurt. Not that I'm trying to first of all, I'm not trying to hurt you too, because I know I'm not healed. And I'm just saying that generally, and a lot of us don't learn that until after the third, fourth, fifth situation or trauma or whatever it takes to get to that point to unlearn what you just did, the model behavior. So it's just different. But generally, I think that's for everybody. Because even though you saying that this woman used you for 25, and I'm just giving an example, like you stated, you gonna still go spend the next bread on the next one, the next one, you gonna still keep going through that. You didn't learn.
No.
No, that's what you do as a gentleman. That's what a gentleman does. That's how you introduce. Just like a woman is supposed to give her femininity.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be what the next man got. You was how you was vulnerable for that guy that hurt you. A better guy's supposed to get better. He don't
yeah.
supposed to get worse. He don't supposed to get less vulnerability. If he coming with better, he coming correct.
But I
You
think
know what I mean?
I do think
Y'all
this.
really give a better guy worse.
You're right. I did. Now I ain't gonna lie. No, shit, I done did it before. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But I think it's for everybody though, because listen, a man could be hurt by his mother and come and treat a woman wrong. It's both ways. You get what I'm saying? A woman can be hurt by her father and don't trust the man. So at the end of the day, it's both category. It's both people. It's both genders. Because I've seen men truly who don't like women because of hurt from their mother. Like, and I've seen women,
Isolation.
I was one of them, who don't trust men because hurt from their father. So everything is growing, everything is evolving. Like, just like me, generally, I'm evolving and growing. There's some things that I went through. And like you said, shit, if somebody hurt me before, guess what? It's gonna be hell for the next person because I ain't tolerating that shit. And I'm
That's the
learning to
thing
not
though.
put
Learn
that
from that.
person, I'm learning to not
Yeah.
put people through shit that people done burnt me. I'm learning that, but that's me learning and knowing as a woman, like you can't put that man through that because that man ain't do that. But it's hard. It's like you said, it's unlearning.
Bro,
It's
but
something that
like
I
he
have to
said though.
unlearn.
Like he said, Quan, men gonna take their L better than y'all gonna take your L.
No, they
Y'all
don't take
gonna
their
hope.
L.
That's a
I
fact.
think
That's a
we
fact.
take it It's the same. I feel like it's no men do it better than women. I'm telling you.
I look, and hold on, pause. I ain't even making it like it's a
No, but
man.
I know, but I don't feel like men take their L better than women.
Man, a
My
woman
opinion, I
naturally
don't
gonna
feel like
carry more emotion than a man. Like that shit is how we created.
men are very emotional as well.
I didn't
They
say
carry
that
their
they
shit
were
on their
not
sleeve too.
emotional. I'm saying the way that a man is created is to withstand more.
Yeah.
A woman gonna carry emotions on her shoulders more often than a man. If a man is not carrying emotion around, now he don't care. Now he nonchalant. Now he's selfish. Now he's all these things. We're not even understanding that your granddaddy wasn't walking around the house crying all day. Like, come on, man. That's what man came from. Man is created in a specific way. And instead of understanding how a man is created, women tend to go left field with it. Which is, and then just using certain situations as a crutch. That's what this whole, and like people in the comments now, like, it's alpha, and like, Brian, look, at the end of the day, and I grew up, grandparents raised me. Man, I ain't saying that a woman, just because she's not an alpha don't mean she can't make her own money. That don't mean she can't have the ability to be an alpha in the event that I can no longer be for whatever reason, whether I fell off my shit or whether I'm injured or I can't go to work or whatever. Every man want a woman to possess those abilities, those qualities, to be able to carry if she had to. Don't no man want a woman that's trying to carry all day, every day. No. Look, you have these abilities. Cool.
No
But
woman.
today, you sit over here in the passenger seat. I don't need you to drive today. Women don't know the difference between the two, and that's just my opinion. I just feel like, bro, and man, no man ain't looking for no woman to be the driver every day. If you show me a nigga who want a woman to drive every day, I'll show you a yes man. I'll show you a weak nigga. That's just how I feel, and I'm just keeping it hot.
Right, and
But
Mr. Point,
it's offensive to talk like that, though.
the driver.
It's offensive.
No woman wants to be the driver. We do not want to carry the burden or the financial stress, the mental, the careness, the being the lawyer, being the caretaker, we don't want to carry that. We really don't. Like you said, emotions flare. We say things, do things out of hurt, pain, whatever the case may be, depending on your situation. And I say situations. I don't identify it as a gender's causing that. We don't want to be by ourselves doing this, but something put us in that situation to do it on our own. And until the arrival of us coming together as one, then she will become soft if she's led in the right way.
But that's the same thing Eric just said though.
No,
because y'all don't take y'all L's, that process right there ain't never gonna happen.
But yes, it reassurance.
Y'all don't never heal.
You gonna never let it go.
You don't never let it go, so you can't heal.
I can't speak on it. Shit, you might be right, but
listen, love. So this is what I mean. So once that initial guy hurt you, the baby daddy, whoever he is, nobody else gets that.
I'm sorry.
No, nobody else get that level of vulnerability ever again.
No, that's not true.
Nobody. It's a once in a million. It's like 1 in a million. I'm talking about like just every other guy is not happening.
But that's not true.
It's a guard on the vulnerability. Like, we got to be real about that.
No, I got married after I had my 2 boys.
So what's alpha?
What do you mean what's alpha? That's why I don't even use that term, because
that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying so.
Queen.
The vulnerability of what men seek. That's what men call femininity.
Do you know
how y'all call femininity whatever y'all call it? But what men see femininity is the vulnerability. That's what attracts us, and we see longevity with.
But what do you mean about vulnerability and my femininity? Because I'm a woman. I dress like a woman. I look like a woman. I talk.
I mean, the vulnerability.
That's more in the physical though.
Right. I want to know. Like what do you from your femininity to
Yes,
This is what I
I like
mean.
what
I'm
you
about to
said.
explain it. I'm about to
It
lay
has
it
to be
down.
earned.
Because
Vulnerability
you,
has to be earned. You're right. Go ahead.
Mhm.
you know how your first baby daddy, he ain't have his shit together. He ain't have everything wasn't in the row. He wasn't lined up in the row. But you were vulnerable enough for him to accept it and still give him your love fully. The best love that you done gave anybody else thus far, in my eyes.
Mm-mm.
The full vulnerability. You gave it to somebody who ain't have nothing. His shit wasn't together. He probably was staying at his grandma and them house. You was over there on the couch with him, or however. I'm talking about the first time, that first
No,
love.
because
It ain't had it.
that's how
Was,
I know that you've been through some things first, because you categorizing it.
no,
Because
I'm
that
just
I
I'm
don't
just speaking about the level of vulnerability, love. Like you willing to go through something with this man. You willing to go through something with this man.
what
To
is it?
now you in your alpha and you done made it to your potential in your alpha. Like I said, in your 5 year hiatus, 5 years away from that vulnerable state, 5 years from that access. Now he got to have A, B, and C before he can even get access to anything.
Because you
He got
learn.
to be visual. See what I mean?
That
But
and that and
before,
that and that is a fact of what he's saying. Every woman that the first rodeo, like he's saying, every
Mhm.
woman that first rodeo, everybody done had that first one. You done probably done accepted some shit, or even if the red flags were imminent, you still put that to the side and you were willing to still give your full self to this person, even with whatever we call red flags today. When them shits weren't red flags then. You know why? My take is social
because you
media.
love.
My
You
social media. Now that shit is teaching y'all to this, that, and this red flag. That like, but at the end of the day, back then, yeah, you can look back now because obviously hindsight is 2020. So you can look back now and say, oh, well that, oh yeah, that I was red flags, is that? But you ain't care because you were 100% vulnerable, like he's saying.
Mhm.
You gave him all of you, like he's saying, despite. Now it wasn't until something bad happened to that with that person that you were trained to look for, that you were set up for failure for. Now, because of the bad experience you had with him, now all of a sudden you just a whole different woman. Oh
I
nah,
feel
I ain't
like
going for this. I ain't going for that. Then like now that's what we talking about. That's the alpha. Oh, I can do this by myself. Oh, I got this job. I got this. I don't need shit. Oh, if this nigga ain't got this, then I ain't fucking with him. That's when we come down to the whole facade. Now y'all are creating niggas to go out here and put on facades, to go out here and rent Benzes, go out here and try to get the most
No,
the
his
newest
mother
shoes, get
created
the newest
him.
outfit
right.
because he want to put on
No.
I'm saying he want to put on the image that has been delivered to us that what y'all looking for.
that's
Mm-mm.
So
what
you're
y'all
creating
want.
the facade.
I
So now
don't.
you got this dude who now like Quan
If,
said,
if
what you say,
y'all
Quan? The first date, he done took me to a nice restaurant. Then when he took me on this date, and now we won't go to that
How you
restaurant
take
no
you
more.
to
You
a
know
nice
why? Because
restaurant?
you know why? Because he feels he gotta have his Benz. He gotta look like he got money. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
posting the pictures that look like money. He pulling up looking like
understand that,
money. Took you to the date to look like he got money. But now shit, the real I got you
It's
now.
just
So now
like
we going
women
to
though. Women gonna go
McDonald's.
out here and fix themselves and get their body right. Why? Because
Mm-hmm.
men put on a
No, because
facade that they
because
want
women
y'all
in
women.
control that
competition with
though.
each other.
Y'all control
Women are
that.
in competition with
And
each
just
other.
like y'all
Men
control
control
going out
that
there getting
too.
the
No,
bins and going
women
out
are
there
in
getting everything
competition
else,
with each other.
it's all a mindset.
Women in
All right,
competition with
so
each other.
I feel like I
see, you
feel
see,
like
you
I
see
feel
how
like I feel like let me say, I feel like now it men want a vulnerable woman. Like she said, it has to be earned. But nowadays, women are making men get on their shit. You get what I'm saying? Like you
Mm-hmm.
have to get on your shit. We're gonna call it out now because we see more clearer now. Like, hey, that ain't. I'm not. That's not. I'm not tolerating that. Get on your shit. So now it's
that's
like
what
I
it
don't want an alpha woman. I don't want an independent woman. This, that, and the third. Because what my grandparents put up with back in the day, we ain't got to put up with that because now, listen, sir, you ain't about to go out here and fuck Betsy and Sue and all that and then come back in here because you taking care of your house and you protecting the house. Now, and I got to put up with it. No, nigga, get on your shit. And I'm going to get on my
Man,
shit
look.
and then we going to do this together. So I feel like now you say, like Brandon speak on social media all the time. I just feel like women are more, we evolve now. We see clearer. We're going to,
Mm-hmm.
hey, baby, get on
So
your shit.
hold on. So
It's
so
how
so
you
you
raising your
hold
children.
on.
I
So
was
y'all
raised in the traditional
so do
setting.
y'all or anybody in the comments, do y'all feel that women all of it like the brains just evolved all of a sudden? Motherfuckers
You have
smarter
to
now?
go through an
and
experience
y'all
and
smarter than grandma now.
learning.
You know what I'm
Are y'all
saying?
are women smart? Are
Yeah.
women smarter
I don't say
today
I
From
don't
grandma's
feel like
house
we
too.
smarter, but we just ain't tolerating the shit that grandma and them used to
based
tolerate.
on what though,
No, because
Quan?
grandma wouldn't tolerate the guys that y'all tolerated. Y'all were taught to
Grandma
tolerate the wrong
tolerated worse than
guys.
what people tolerate
Because you
nowadays.
tolerated the
Listen,
wrong
love.
woman. That's why your perspective is the way it
You
is.
just proved though, buddy. You just proved what Brandon said, right? You said he got to be on this shit now. So like he said, a guy can go rent a foreign. He can go do all these things and give you the perception of that man and hit you because that's what you looking for. You like I found
Not
him.
even that. That's not the only thing. Not money wise. I'm talking about everything.
It is that
Inside,
though.
internal,
How do you
physical,
know though?
mental,
I'm trying to get
spiritual.
what I'm trying to
That's a
get y'all to
connection.
understand is a man can put a man or a woman too
Thank you.
can put on any facade that they want to.
They can.
You know
Hmm.
Period.
why?
That's all I'm saying. That's
You
all
know
I'm
how?
saying.
I
You know
agree
how?
with you,
Because
but
I
I
I
can
agree
put
agree.
with
whatever
that.
I can
People
put
put on
whatever I want to put
facades.
on social media to make it look like whatever. See, the difference between now and then is this. It's not that women got smarter or all of a sudden we ain't got to take what our grandma took. That ain't why. The difference is, goddamn, yo Paw Willie got a family and he a truck driver. He got a family in Oklahoma and he got a family at your house. The only reason why you ain't know, you know why your grandma ain't know?
Cause she
Not
ain't have
because
social media
not
shit.
not because not because she don't got shit and she
No,
ain't
she respected
independent.
her
She ain't got
home.
her own money. It ain't that she can't do everything on her own. That's not why.
Oh, she
It's
was
because she
dumb.
ain't know. You know why? Because back then I feel like women were more focused on what's here, not what's over there.
Yeah.
Now you got a window to go look at whatever. Now social media just changing. The only thing you knew about back then was your neighbor next door,
Yep.
your
Yep.
neighbor across the street,
You did.
and whatever landline, whatever your phone landline could reach. You
Yeah.
ain't calling that
Right.
town because that's what it costs. You calling local only.
And see, for it, you do make a good point that social media has curved the way, like, our whole society, just the stereotypes of what life is or what it looks like, this Instagram, how you get this. But it's also paving the way for multiple income. It's also paving the way for connections, families, partnerships. It's paving different ways that they did not have back then. So now it's going to evolve different perspectives. It's going to send off facades. It's going to do certain things that obviously it wasn't there back then. So when I think about my grandma and my granddad and how they were raising us, and then I
Right.
had a young mom and young aunt, they didn't have social media. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have pages, so you had the traditional setting of a home, being raised in the neighborhood, being, you used what you had. Now we're getting older, involving with time. Time is everything. So social media has grabbed our eye to this, and like I agree with y'all. Social media does curve the involvement in what we're doing right now, gender
Yeah.
roles. But as raising kings, I got two sons and a daughter. I don't just allow social media to be the point set to their life, just sitting on a tablet or doing this. No, as a parent, not a single mother, as a parent and working closely with the fathers of my children, we're going to raise them in a way that we were raised to make sure that we become great like we are, educated, doing things with our lives, being business owners. It's not just about being in the role of the relationship, because I'm co-parenting. I'm not the alpha co-parenting. I'm co-parenting on the level of balance. So when I think about social media, I agree with you. I just don't want my kids to think that's what it's going to be.
I
So as
mean,
a
no,
parent,
it's
I've
not
chosen
really.
not to let them do all that extra. But being a content influencer, that social media is my multiple income stream.
I mean, but look, that's the thing
Hmm.
though. It's not a matter of you raising the kids to rely on social media. But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
let's let's be real here. As it's 2024, we're millennials.
Yes.
So
Oh, well, I'm not.
we've seen we've
Gen
watched
X.
it we've watched it change from we were the only generation that seen landlines, well, seen beepers, landlines
Yeah.
into cell phones, into internet, into what it is now. Like
Right.
only generation that kind of seen everything from start and into what is going and whatever is to come. Social media is just something that's what it's gonna be. Ain't
But
no
it's
changing
not.
it. It don't matter. It don't really matter what we teach them. That's what it is. But what I'm saying is back then conversations and relationships were built on talking.
Yeah.
It was built on on learning people
Yes.
through conversation,
Yep.
through you know what I'm saying, through whatever. But now you don't have to do that no more. So like now it's like shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga see something he like, he just inbox, and all she can go off of is whatever information he putting out there.
Right.
So that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see is the big difference between
Yeah.
then and now is
Yeah.
because
Technology.
you can just shit. You know what I mean? You can just be whoever you want to be
Mm-hmm.
online. But women, like he said, women searching for whatever they searching for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
and you getting whatever it is that you're looking for. And
Yeah.
and once that happens to you, and you have a bad experience, shit, that ain't on man. That's on you. And the reason why it's on you is because that's what you're looking for. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
You
I
handpicked.
don't know. Know what I mean? Like that's just kind of what it is. That's just how I feel. Like, and at the end of the day, even women even paint facades. Like for us, you know what I'm saying? Like a woman might. Well, really, for us, it don't. Like he said, we're looking for certain shit anyway. So I'm looking for. Are you cleaning? Do you clean? Do you cook? You know what I'm saying? Do you? Can you? Have you like? Know what I mean? Can you like make your house look nice? Like decorate like is your
Interior
decor right in your
decorating.
crib?
Ah,
Nigga,
yeah.
when we get your car, can I goddamn sit in without having to step over shit? Like it's all the small shit like that we looking at, and we don't care where you work. Like he said, we
Right.
ain't nobody looking for no like nigga don't care where you work at. I don't care how much money you make. We don't care how much money you make. Men do not care how much women make. Let's put
I
that
know
out there
some
now.
who do though.
Yeah, me
The
too.
only the only the only gender that cares about what a woman or what the person make is a woman. Woman cares what a man make today. That's a fact. That's
Well,
just what
you
it
could
is.
be
And
the first.
then and then now and
That's
then certain
because
people
they're the providers.
you can't even go off what your grandparents did because your granddaddy could pay for it. He could go to work and she stay at home. He pay for everything. You know why? Because the cost of living was at a certain like the median for rent in '95 was like $500. That's the median.
Yeah.
Look, Quan. How you
What you
saying
want?
you talking about that's because they the providers when y'all on the y'all independent. So you ain't looking
Not
for no
talking about
provider.
that situation.
You
There.
how
I
can
mean,
you no hold on how can you keep that same 1967 ideology of the other situation, but want us to see it want us to see it modern for y'all. We got to see it modern, but for men, oh yeah, he's the what he's always supposed to be. But we change with time.
but no,
That's kind
because
of that kind of
y'all looking for a woman who can cook, who can clean, who can do all these different things. It's the same
men
thing.
do that for themselves these days. It's the marriage rate is like
Women,
80% unmarried.
but women provide for themselves too these days.
That's what I'm saying. But what we looking for, the balance is like it's okay to be alpha. It's okay to become alpha, but it's
Is
not
it
okay
really
to lose.
okay though?
No, hear me. It's okay to become alpha, but what's not okay is to lose those skills that bro is speaking of. Don't you can't lose those skills. Women, grandma used to know how to sew. Grandma used to know how to, you know what I mean, bring the pants up if they were too big. You know, this little small shit women that always know how to do. It's just what it don't exist no more. You don't see
But
nobody
that's
making.
can I? I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't mean to
You've been
cut you
through some
off. I don't mean to
experience.
cut you off, Alpha Man. I'm so sorry. But
Man.
that comes no, because that comes with like okay, so I grew up in with my great grandparents, right? But people are growing up in homes where mothers don't teach them women that no more. So how
So
so
how women
y'all
think
are
they
looking.
women?
I'm just huh?
So how women think they women? If you grew up with a mother who didn't teach you womanly things, if I grew up with a father who didn't teach me how to change a tire, he didn't teach me to go get a job and provide for my nothing. How do I feel like I'm a man?
You
Some
learn
some
from
men
uncle or
shit, they ain't that. I
That's what
mean
I'm
some
telling
men
you. So if you got to understand that if your mother taught you all those things that's outside of what we know as a woman, then
I
I
think
you know what I
it all boils
mean.
down to
don't.
why the topic, I mean, why it is what it is now too, is it all starts within your household too. Like
Yeah,
you get what I'm
it
saying?
does.
Everything starts within your household for real, right? Men are the providers. I mean, that I do want somebody to provide, but my boy, my man to know that I can provide as well. I'm gonna go out here and do what I need to do because I grew up. with my great grandparents, but I also had an independent mother who would do everything, cook, clean, go out here, work all these different shifts, and come home and do what she had to do for her children. So I feel like everything, everything that it is that when men are looking for in women, it boils down in the household. Is these parents teaching their woman how to open up and be vulnerable? You get what I'm saying? You don't get women nowadays to teach their daughters how to do that, because guess what? They got to be independent, even though it's a choice. So they ain't got no man out here helping
Hold
them
on,
and do
pause. You said
whatever it
gotta
is
be,
that
but
they.
it's a choice. How's it both?
What you mean?
You
Because
said
maybe
how can they teach
it's a
that and
choice,
they
because
gotta
maybe
be?
they don't have they daddy or their baby's daddy to help them or whatever like that. So they have to be this independent woman. They have to do whatever it is that they need to do. Just like if it's a father that don't have the woman in the household, he has to be independent. He has to be the provider. He has to cook. He has to be in his whatever role what he need to be in. It all starts within the household. That's what I'm saying. Everything's boiled down within how was you raised,
No,
and
but
then the traumas come. Go ahead.
you tend to give more than what you went without. So like say you didn't have this kind of love in this apartment. Your mama wasn't showing up for school for you. You tend to overdo that for your kids. So it shouldn't be
It don't work
less.
the other way around.
No,
It should be
some
less giving. You know what I
no. Well,
mean?
I
So
guess it just depends on the person.
your mama didn't teach you A, B, and C. It shouldn't be you teaching the next generation less. It should be
Oh,
a kind of
No,
way
no.
more.
I'm
What
not
he's
saying
I
saying
that.
understand.
is, if you were taught A, B, and C, but not D, E, F, that don't mean grow up and teach your kids A, B, and C, and not D, E, F too. Like, no, it don't work that way. It's like
Don't go like
for
that.
a man, for a man, and I ain't even gonna really speak on a woman because I can't speak for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But for a man, for example, if you grew up without a dad, you ain't had no man showing you nothing. Those typically are the better fathers, the ones who ain't had one.
Right.
Why?
Information.
Because
We ain't
he
growing
didn't
up in, yeah,
experience.
that's facts.
It,
Experience has caused you to become the alpha you are because you went without. So
But
you learn
what
from
about the flip side of it, Miss Allen,
generally
like you
or
said?
father figure, whoever was in your life that taught you something to become the alpha provider you are now. It's the same for the woman. It really is. Like I'm growing up, I grew up differently than my daughter. So I'm teaching my daughter things that I did not get. I'm providing the opportunities that I did not get.
it
So
depends on the
I'm
person.
doing that differently because I want to afford her the opportunity. But I had to learn from someone, learn from experience, or go to work, or I had to go through something to get to where I am to learn that to teach my child. It would be the same for the men. You grew up without a father. Somewhere down your path of journey of life is called lifespan development. Someone or something or an experience taught you how to be that alpha, that provider, that whatever has got you
Mm-hmm.
your perspective now. Something, someone, some type of experience, I don't care what it is. It's called a lifespan journey process. And you become this very analytical perspective person, and you want to meet that match of a feminine woman because you've been through a series of people that didn't match your standards. It's the same. That's why I
If
said
you,
it didn't matter.
I got a question for the ladies, man, if you don't mind. If you guys identify men as providers, right? You identify men as providers.
In our two.
Why would you try to work to a position where you don't need them to provide?
That's you met somebody who taught you that your motto.
No,
No,
that ain't my
even one.
that ain't my idea. That's an alpha woman's agenda.
No, that's what you think of an alpha woman.
Right.
Both of you guys just said
Alpha woman.
that men are providers,
And and I
but also you
and
said
it,
Both
you
are
don't want to have to
providers.
need a man to provide.
who said it? I'm saying repeat that.
You guys both just said separately in your own stanzas that men are providers,
And so are
but
women.
also outside of that, alpha and don't need no man.
What? That's
So
your
what the
perspective.
But yeah, that's your own I even though I'm an
That's
That
alpha,
ain't.
I
That
do
ain't.
want a
I'm going off
partner.
what was said.
no. Neither one of us said that an alpha didn't need a man.
I didn't say that an alpha
No
didn't need a
one
man.
said that.
No,
And
you said men are providers, but I'm telling you, y'all ain't say y'all didn't need a man, but that's what basically y'all says y'all whole work ethic stems from to
no,
not need one.
you brought up the perspective that generally women are looking for this. We are trying to give you what's causing this idealistic that you think that I've been telling you all night. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. And that's just from my experience. Everybody has their own individual journey
Mm-hmm.
and how they got to where I keep saying it's something, someone, experience, or a trauma. I know for a fact that you have been through something that's causing you to think that generally women are like this. That's not true.
If
It's not
they're alpha.
right. It's not.
No,
Nah, hell no.
You have to
Yes,
no,
talk to
that's
somebody.
it's like
y'all
y'all
just
listen to us. We're listening to y'all.
Yeah,
y'all was just
Okay, okay,
happy. Y'all was
Quan.
just praising. Y'all was just praising alpha women, right?
we
And
praise
alpha
So
men.
all
I'm praising both
individuals
of
who
them.
are providers.
no, I'm going off of y'all, love. I ain't. This ain't what
Mm-mm.
I'm. This ain't my experience. I'm just speaking. I'm just going off what I heard.
I don't
Well,
know.
y'all.
Look, Quan.
I'm hearing alpha women saying that men are providers. What men
Are you
traditionally have always
labeling
been.
me as an alpha woman, or are you saying about an alpha woman?
No, no.
What
When
is
you said that you got out of your relationship and now you're handling everything on your own, like without no, you don't need a man.
I didn't say that.
Right.
I didn't never said in my conversation tonight that I didn't need a man. I spoke
You
about
didn't need a man
season.
financially.
I spoke about season, and I said that we both want someone in the home to support us financially. Everybody wants that, but it's
Yeah.
somewhere in your season, your era, your journey, your lifespan, something or someone or trauma has caused an action to have you in a certain lifespan that's going on right now or then or there before that's causing
Everybody
you
don't
to
want that though, Lord.
dependency. But no,
Everybody don't want that
I
though.
didn't say that tonight. I didn't.
Okay,
Independent.
so let me ask y'all a question just straight. So
Mm,
the question for me is, even in the comments, all the people commenting right now, do
yes.
y'all feel that
Right.
a woman needs a man?
Yes.
Yes. We were. I mean, we
I
were.
feel
I said
that
that
a woman.
earlier.
I feel that yeah, everybody's created to have somebody. I do. I feel
Everybody
like
needs
women do need
somebody.
men. I feel like men need women. I feel like, yeah, we need each
We were
other.
created to be in partnership. He didn't create us just to be alone. We were created to be fruitful. So why would we want to be alone? It's I think it just depends on your season. Don't be selfish enough to bring somebody in your life that you cannot take care of emotionally, mentally, financially. Don't do that.
Yes,
Allow
I need
yourself
my
to
man.
heal, then allow the soul seeking, searching point of someone chasing you or looking for you. Allow it. But
But
don't
but,
Okay,
but
okay.
that's why I said that's what I said was contradicting in the beginning when you said that a man shouldn't come needing you for anything.
who
He shouldn't need
I
you.
think you're getting the what was stated. I think that's where you're
That's why I was
thinking.
like, that's kind of contradicting because a woman base her man up basically off of providing for her. And that's when I was like, you were saying that you didn't need a man to provide.
I did not
You
say that.
Yeah,
So
I
look,
don't.
so, so
I
look,
don't
so
remember
okay.
look,
saying that neither.
Please
so
read the
listen.
video
All right.
back.
So look,
No one on the call said
so
that.
with that being said, everybody in the comments said
That's a
they
good one.
need.
Somebody.
They
Oh,
said
sorry.
they
Somebody
need
said
that
all
man.
independent women aren't alpha females. That's good.
So
Yeah.
look, they said y'all said y'all need women needs a man. Everybody in the comments said
We need
that
each
they
other.
need that man, right? So can we agree that the actions aren't lining up with the statements for a women as a whole? And I ain't really speaking on nobody individually, because
Right.
everybody in these comments, I know everybody in these comments, minus maybe one, and I know y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely know Quan because she here all the time. I'm saying based on what society is giving us,
Hmm.
is that the message that's being delivered to the man that women need a man? Or we so hung up on this? I don't need a man shit. Like that's the perception that's being given as a whole from woman. And that's just
Is it
me
just
just
from
keeping it
women?
hot.
Is it just from women or is it from both
That's why I keep
parties?
saying individuals.
Nah, bro, I ain't never seen a single post or a single meme of a man a comment about how a man don't need a woman. I ain't never seen that in life. Yet I see all these different
I,
memes and all this different stuff being shared about how
Right. That's that social
how
media thing.
sacred a woman is, or how independent, or how much she don't need, or whatever. It's not really being the word isn't being spread around on how
It's a
much
flex
woman need
now.
a
It's a
man.
flex not to need a man.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
social
flex.
media is taking it too far when it comes to that. Social media wise,
yeah.
not actually what's going on in the homes and real people lives. And that's where we have to, like Corn said, it comes from the home. So whatever they see on social media and all these
Somebody
memes
said
and
from
all
the street
these
girls.
reels, yeah, it's definitely giving the wrong perspective, the wrong flex, as we call it. But I think it starts at the home. But we need each other
We
because that's
really
But
do.
what God brought us to
I,
do.
yeah. I'm speaking in a from a general sense. You speaking from an individual. Like you keep you keep individualizing. Like I'm not. But in general, like mostly that's what it is. Women, you know what I mean, being the way that we speaking of. Like
But I can say that
that's just
about you because of your experience. You're individualizing. I can't generalize nothing. All
But
I
that's
can
the thing
say
though. That's the
is
thing. We
we
not he not
all need each other.
individualizing though.
Mhm.
He's speaking like in general. Like we ain't really saying
Mhm.
me or I. Like we're not speaking on us. We're speaking in general. And one of the comments that stood out to me said that, oh, so basically a man wants a woman to do everything that our grandmas did and go to work. No, that's
nah.
not what it is. It's not what it is. It has absolutely nothing to do with a woman doing everything that our grandma did. I'm realistic. This is 2024. So men, and I'm just going about all the men that I know.
Mhm.
I ain't never heard a man talk about how he want his woman to cook and clean and no, like niggas I don't know no man who want a woman to just stay in the house, cook, clean, and fuck. Who want that?
Trust me, there
I'm
are
just saying,
men
like,
out there.
and that ain't what no man want.
That's what
That's
you
not what
say,
men
but
want.
there's men out there who vocalize themselves and they would say that.
Man, look. Oh, yeah, them sugar daddies, them old niggas out there. And you know how sugar
Look, you
daddies
just
even exist?
categorize.
I'm just saying, how does a sugar daddy even exist? How does that exist? Eric, where
Yeah,
sugar daddy
you
come from?
go ahead.
A nigga with
Hey,
money that a woman using him for because it benefits her financially,
There's
and it's
sugar
not even a
mamas out there
physical.
too. So
Yeah,
that's
cougar.
it.
I'm just saying, that's
Same
what
way
it's
as you
coming
move me
from.
on.
Okay, so it go both
I mean,
ways.
it go both ways.
You got your cougars
Nah.
and you got your sugar daddies.
Okay, a question in the comments says, and Eric, this probably for us. What is a man expectation of leading his family?
Hmm.
That's a good one, Shakira.
My expectation is to be allowed to lead. Like y'all always say y'all want somebody to lead, but as soon as the man say let's do it this way, y'all it's a confrontation. So yeah, y'all gonna let us y'all gonna allow it? That's y'all problem. Y'all ain't gonna allow us to do nothing. So that's why niggas step back and let y'all run the show. And then when it failed, it's still our fault. You see what I'm it's still if I would you know
Because
what I
if
mean?
he was doing what he was supposed to do,
Right.
no,
If you didn't let me be the man that I was trying to be. It was all you were arguing with me every time I told you, like, nah, don't wear that. Nah, we don't need to go there and come. Yeah, everything I negated, you was for.
So have you met someone that did not go in confrontation with
I'm
you?
speaking in general. I'm
Uh,
speaking in general, love.
I think it has to come from a perspective of something you've been through
We
because
do want
I,
to be in
I
for
get
men. I talk to men. I talk in the barbershop.
it don't have to be from. It don't have to necessarily be from an experience though. If we speaking in general state, like it don't have to be something that you necessarily
But he
went through
said
because
leading to him is
then you
that's
then you would be basing everything you saying would be biased because you'll be basing it solely off what you think, what you've been through, not in general, because then it becomes an individualized. Then now it's not a
Yeah.
general statement
but
anymore.
he
Now it
I
becomes
don't,
individualized
yeah.
it when he said
he
leading
just
to him is
individualized.
allow me to lead.
Bro, he's
because
saying
we
that
got
literally. Like a
because
man is allowed to lead his way, is what he's saying. Let him lead
right,
his way. Don't try to put
right,
parameters on it. Don't try to edit it. Don't
I
say
ain't done that
if
then. I
to,
don't know.
to answer the question, to my part of the question, and her next question was, what is leading to you? Leading to me is it ain't got nothing to do with financials. Let me just go ahead and put that out there first off. Financially, just because a man make 100,000 and he's financially able to pay every bill in the house
Mm-hmm.
does not make him a leader because he can pay the
right,
bills.
Okay.
right,
I'm saying leading, like you said, is allowing, not saying your voice don't matter, because we don't want a woman that's gonna just sit there and not say shit. That just defeats the whole purpose of Black Queen and having voices. Why do people even use these terms? Why? Because like you said earlier, you said you want a man to be the head and you're gonna be the neck to support him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's that's what it is in a nutshell.
Yep.
If you had no voice, then how you gonna be the neck to support something? And your ass ain't got no voice, no nothing. Like that's not what we're saying. Allow the man to lead. If he has to lead his way, it shouldn't be, oh well, I wasn't raised this way, or you was raised it. No, if this is
Yep.
the person that you put in position to lead your family,
Yep.
right.
that
But you don't
means
give
that
all those
not saying
characteristics to a
not
just a
saying
boy.
it's a dictatorship where what I say goes and it don't matter what you feel or what you think. This ain't Ike Turner. I'm saying I'm gonna provide the solution. I'm gonna provide the platform on what I feel like we should do. We can bounce around the ideas. I made the initial decision. You can comment and have an opinion on the decision,
Mm-hmm.
and I can base what you saying off what the final decision gonna be. But once the final decision is made, when you go to a courthouse and the judge hit the hammer, you ain't got shit else to say. The decision is made. That's
Mm-hmm.
allow him to lead his decision. If you gonna rise and you gonna fail with his decisions. A lot of
Right.
women got so caught up on the independency and the voice and the alpha. Now it ain't like his word, his final decision ain't the final decision. You gonna question his decision. Sometimes the decision gonna win. Sometimes the decision gonna lose. You gotta be ready for either one of them shits. But now you ain't really got that. That's the difference between now and your grandma. Your grandma was gonna ride on what he did, what he said, right or
I,
wrong.
I
It ain't
think
like
it's
that no
Today's
more.
That's because the
today,
but that's because the grandpa made some good leads. You gotta,
mm-hmm.
I mean, you
How?
get what I'm saying?
How? You think your granddad ain't take no L's? You just
I'm
ain't know
not
about
saying
him.
he didn't take no L's, but most men right now take more L's than wins. So at the end of the day, and you don't give those characteristics to no boyfriend. You dating and shit. You get what I'm saying? You gotta. I don't. It's a lot.
No,
It's a,
you're
but the
right.
boyfriend. Hold on, let me, but
hell
like
no,
Floyd, let me
Eric.
touch on that. No, long. You say you don't give all them characteristics to a boyfriend, but a boyfriend can come and pay this and do all those
Yeah,
everything.
I don't
Like
know. I mean, in general,
he can
no,
take all the weight though.
because no, most boyfriends ain't paying all the bills nowadays. Most men ain't paying all
No,
the bills
he got
now.
to come doing
Everything is
something.
something. It's 50-50 now in the world nowadays
No,
because
it
shit is
ain't. It
high.
really not. It really
It
not. So
is.
when you go on that first date, who paying?
Y'all ain't
Most
split
It's
the
men,
50-50.
Y'all don't
That
split
ain't
the
men,
bill.
50-50.
men. I'm talking
That's
about
what
if you.
that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't because we already invested. Like already, like before you even thought about saying spending $1, we was already 3-4 months in. You see what I mean? Like straight up, everywhere we went, we already done did that. That's why I say that's the level of vulnerability y'all can't give the next man. But after y'all done got hurt.
Mm.
So why? So like he said, why is it a requirement for to go on a date, and why we gotta pay?
What I mean,
I
to be
mean,
honest, it's
Why? I'm
Because
saying
it's
like
tradition. Because it's
why?
tradition.
Traditional, right?
Tradition, that's what
So
men
why?
them
So
did.
why?
But,
So
but
why
if
is a
we
man?
hold y'all to the
Why is a
shit,
man
women
required to be
usually
traditional and a woman not?
I just feel
right,
like when you're following
right.
the lead of someone, of that person that's leading you, follow the lead. But when you're communicate in the way that person is still the king. Is a way to talk to each other, communicate, and get on the same level, and still allow that person to lead in the way that when he determines the decision, let that be it. Now, I agree. Some women don't go for what you say and they want to be combative. I've been in that state. However, I had to learn how to be submissive. And a lot of us need to learn the submissiveness role. A lot of women.
Hold on, pause. Let me pause. Let me pause you. Define submissive.
Facts. You said define submissive.
Yeah,
I
like
can't I
because I
can't
feel like
define it because
that's another
I
topic
ain't got there yet.
I feel like that's another topic that's eye of the beholder. I feel like you're gonna have a million different but I want you to explain what your definition of submissive is, because I feel like it's a misconception on that too. So
Oh,
Right.
what is submissive?
it is. And it's something that has to be taught, to be honestly. Like spiritually, when you in your submissive role and when you become, it's a big difference becoming submissive and actually being submissive. That's just my personal. Now, generally, being submissive, you have to allow the lead of the house to determine decision, even if you don't like it. You don't like it, and it's a way to communicate that. And that's why I meant in this way of communication, being submissive and understanding your submissiveness. But a lot of us are not born that way. We're not trained that way. We're not spiritually made that way.
Submissive is the opposite of alpha, love. You might be having a bad day, and your boss pull you off of your machine and be like, "Hey, I need you to go over there and we cleaning up today." You might want to go home, but you submit to it and go over there and push them brooms. It's just a cleanup day. But let your man tell you to do something lighter. Anything to feel like he instructing you to do something. It's gonna be some kind of confrontation, and that's why we say alpha is kind of the opposite of of submission. Because when you done control shit so long, you done controlled your own household. How you gonna bring a man the last 5 years? How this man gonna come in here and control your living space?
Where's the
When
reason?
you been the boss of Leaning. How he get the driver's seat now? See what I mean? It's hard to give that up. It ain't the point of finding the right man to do it with. It's the point of giving the driver's seat up. Period.
But I
To
think
any one of them niggas.
it's not just for women, it's for all individuals. Because
Yeah.
at some point, a man can be submissive in his role of alpha or kingship too. It's just, I think it just depends on the
The
individual
person.
I disagree.
communication.
I
A
disagree.
man
And
submit when
the reason
he
why
is
I
all his
disagree.
resources.
The
When he
reason
give
why I
you his
disagree.
resources,
Hey,
I think
time.
both should submit.
Remember we talked about this.
Is there a
The reason
reason?
why we disagree with that is because if a
Wait, what
man,
do you disagree? And I'm sorry.
yeah, you said it's the same for both. Like basically, like you saying like a man has a problem submitting too.
No, I said in some ways he would submit to his woman depending on the situation. That's what I stated.
A man of it's basically it's not a flex at all for a man to submit. For example, what are we classifying as submitting? Is allowing her to be the driver, and only situations that would call for a woman to have to be the driver is in the event that he cannot be the driver, which would
Mm,
include things like what? Job loss,
yeah.
maybe a ill, maybe
Mm,
injured. Just
mhm.
any time when he's in a position where he can't
I
like
agree.
provide.
Right.
Right.
That's when that comes for that situation for the woman to have to be in the driver's seat, right or wrong, which would be
Right.
equivalent to submitting, correct? When a man is unable,
Hmm.
is that not frowned upon?
Oh no.
When a man is
No.
no, I'm just saying, don't take this as you, Miss Allen, or you, Quan, individually. We talking in general. Is it frowned upon for a man to be unable for whatever the fuck reason? Don't matter why.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon for a man to not be able to do something. Only
Yeah.
way that it's
It's like it's
okay when
frowned
you have
upon for a
is
woman
based on
not
the
to want to
woman.
have sex. I mean, it's just
I
it's
ain't talking
both
about that.
ways.
I'm just saying, bro. We just talked about how how it was a post. How the girl posted and said, "Oh, I signed up for this. I ain't signed up to have to take care. She had to just drive for 30 days, and
That's what I'm
she got a
saying.
divorce.
That's what I'm saying. It's both. It is frowned upon for a man not to be able to provide, and
But a
it
woman
is.
following her
But
shit, that
just
nigga
like it's
still there.
frowned upon for a woman to have her days or her months where she don't want to be sexually active with her partner.
No,
So guess
No,
I
what?
disagree.
that's the wrong one to put in there.
I
Huh?
disagree.
I
No,
say
I'm
if
just
you
saying
say
generally speaking, generally speaking, it is frowned upon for a man not to be able to provide. Correct. It is also frowned upon when a woman do not want to be sexually active with her mate. Maybe she going through emotions. Maybe she doing this. Maybe she doing that. Guess what?
that's the wrong
Just
comparison though, Quan. Because I see if you was trying to put in the household duties, see what I mean? Now it's frowned upon with that in that sort of sense, or her femininity just being just outright being decent. You know what I'm saying? It's frowned upon, but sex, we might not want to fuck y'all some night. Y'all might get on our nerves too. We ain't just, you see what I'm saying? When you living in the household, sometimes the man okay sleeping on the couch. See what I'm saying? So it ain't just the sex. What's frowned upon with men though is the thing that we expect. Y'all try to project what we expect from y'all, but we can't have no say on what y'all expect from us. Y'all got it all laid out, but soon we lay out what we expect. Oh, it's a confrontation. Oh, traditional. Y'all hold this be traditional. You know what I'm saying? But soon as something sound familiar to y'all, what grandma used to do, it's like it's forbidden. How dare you expect that from me? But like,
This 2024, like, nah.
yeah. But whole time you didn't expect it.
But
You see what I
chivalry is dead
mean?
though. Hey, look, Eric, but chivalry is dead though. Motherfuckers want doors open and car doors open and like somebody said, chivalry,
but
like
that's
paying for
character
first
though.
dates and doing all this shit. That's all
So
those
is
things go
decency.
right in line with tradition. So if
But
we're
I'm just saying
overlooking tradition,
that's care. You don't see most men do that.
man, you
No
see
So
it.
more.
The
so
yes
so
man
so,
do it.
so let a man say I'll be a gentleman when I find the right woman.
You
Everybody else
have
gonna get
some.
my gentleman though. I don't gonna be no gentleman to nobody else unless she prove for me that she deserves me to be a gentleman to her. He'll be
But
wrong. But that's what y'all wear that on y'all shoulder. I'll be submissive if I find the right person. Let a man say, "Oh, I gotta find the right woman to be a gentleman to." That'll sound crazy.
yeah,
No, nigga, you supposed to be a gentleman. Just like a submissive woman supposed to be submissive. That's your nature. It
yeah.
When
ain't
you
no
say
light
they
switch.
supposed to be
I
a
mean, it's a
gentleman, but
lot.
what
It's
if
a
they
lot to
wasn't
this
raised
subject.
that way?
But
Like
what about a
I
man
just
that
feel
wasn't raised that
that's why I
way?
said generally
I
it
don't know.
really
Women
comes
just
from
created a certain way.
how you're raised, your situations, your
All
journey
all
in
men
life.
wasn't raised as gentlemen. But you got to grow up and
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
society
I
how
just
it
said that.
moves. So when you grow up, I wasn't raised like that. I grew up with dope boys and players. I had to see
Right.
that
You learn
the
from
result
someone,
to
But
that.
you
right?
still had a season of that dope boy. I mean, you still have the season of that
That's what I
player. You still
mean.
had
But
so
I'm
it's all in evolving and learning though. It
Yeah.
is. Everything
You
goes back to evolving and learning and who you
as an
dealing with.
adult, I can't say I'm gonna give the right person my gentleman. Every woman deserves that, whether she a hood rat, whether because I done turned myself into a gentleman. So that's what every woman
aren't
is gonna get, regardless of her characteristics.
But how
And
long
y'all
did it
don't
take you to get to that standard of a man?
as an adult, like 30 plus. That's what I'm saying. So women being in y'all
30 years.
season, y'all winning season, and y'all more emotionally intelligent than us by nature. You see what I'm saying? So it should hit y'all first.
Well,
We lacking. We on the back burner when it comes to that. So how are we understanding that we can be gentlemen throughout all what we done seen our whole life? We still got to be gentlemen. We still got to grab the dough. We still got to pay for the first date. How y'all don't understand that? You know what I'm saying? What's still needed for y'all? Like even through the trauma.
well, I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm understanding it right now. You right. That's a good fact. I'm understanding it right now.
Exactly.
I'm understanding it right now as a woman that's done been through a lot of shit. But it's still all of trauma. You go through it, you learn. Like as a woman who like I've had good people, I had bad people, but I'm understanding that I cannot bleed on somebody who didn't cut me. I'm understanding that. That's something that I have to understand. Like, I mean, it's just about the person though, like, and the things that they been through and went through, like for real, for real. And it's a choice, like you said. Like, I'm making a decision and a choice that I do want to be submissive. I do want to be this woman. I do want to be this wife. I do want to learn how to cook my man a meal. I do want to do this, but it didn't happen overnight. I didn't just be like, oh shit, I want to be this woman. I had to go through some shit.
But the fact that you're even willing to understand it and learn it is a step in itself that a lot of women don't have. It's our whole point. It's the evolving. Women can't just
go ahead.
It can't be one sided. That's basically that's all we're saying. Is like we can't have such this high standard and these high expectations of growth, and it's changing, or we can't use the excuse that we was raised this way and that's why we this way. We got to continue to grow and to continue to change. But it's like women get all these excuses, and I bring that up because if I'm not mistaken, Eric has said something in the shop before. It's like, okay, so a woman can use anything, basically anything is an excuse for her actions. But man traditionally gotta take that shit on the chin and keep pushing. And that's just what it is. And that comes through everything. I ain't talking about just relationships. I'm just talking about in general, life. We gotta take the L and we gotta act like the L ain't happened. But y'all get to wear the L on your shoulders for as long as you fucking choose. And then you're gonna have a whole line of women supporting it at the same time. Y'all lack accountability as a whole. That's what I'm getting at. That's what he's getting at. That's what we as men are trying to get women to understand, is that everything is, oh, what about me? And what about me? Women naturally have that sense to take a situation and what about me it about everything. And y'all not doing it intentionally. That's just how y'all created. I don't give a damn how your house was raised. I don't care how your household was. I don't care how you were raised. I don't care where you came from. None of that. You are naturally created. God created y'all to be that way. And I know that because if you take this is a 8 out of 10 women, it's going, what about me? Well, I did this. Or, oh, well, you can do that because I did. We don't give a damn what you can do. We're talking about us. You know what I'm saying? So that's, bro, and that's in general. I don't give a damn how many comments jump in there and say, well, not me. I don't care. Because I know plenty of women, and all of y'all, most of y'all are like that. It's only a few. It's more like, oh, well, what about me? Or you the reason why this. Or y'all gotta have excuses for your actions. And we just gotta be like, oh, well, shit, I just gotta stomach my decisions. Nah, bro, that shit. Y'all got to take accountability because y'all don't have any.
Yeah,
that's how I
Accountability
feel.
lack in the women community. Because men told their whole life we're not filtered. You told if you're too black, you told if you're too whatever. You told if she out of your league, you told that. You know what I mean? But you can't tell your girl that he out of her league. I haven't heard it specifically. I haven't heard no girl say, no, girl, back up. He out of your league. I can tell my homeboy, like, bro, you know you ain't got no money for her. And that'll be okay. He'll be like, damn, you right. We can take accountability and gotta boss up and get her. Mm-hmm. But she gonna feel entitled to him. That's the difference.
Well, I think when women talk and they communicate, they talk about the accountability of what they chose. So, like I said, it comes down to individuality.
I mean, I know that
we all need to do better, like they say.
I'm not saying that all women, every single woman in the world lacks accountability, but what I will say is there's a vast majority of y'all, enough to say that women as a whole lack accountability. That is a fact, and you can just step back, stop wearing the emotion on your sleeve, stop taking things personal, take one step back and just peep the scene, just watch without talking. That's another thing women do. They just talk and don't listen. So listen. Don't
Goddamn
get it.
you.
Hey, look, don't.
Right.
I'm just here. I'm just here to deliver the facts. I ain't
Right.
here to. I ain't here to argue. I'm just here to drop the facts. The fact of the matter is this:
I'm about to
Wait
if
agree
a
you
with
minute.
sit
you.
back,
I'm about
if
to
Shit.
you
agree with
sit
you.
back and you actually listen and pay attention to what women are saying and the way that they're responding to situations, especially adversity,
You right.
women lack accountability, and there are some men that do too. But I'm just saying, women get to use anything as an excuse for their actions. And I'm gonna close that out on that
Oh
because
no,
we
he
way over
didn't.
time. And
Oh
and
no, he
and
didn't.
This
and
was
and
great,
y'all can
guys. I
y'all can
loved
continue
it.
to share this and continue the comments. I'll be gladly to hop in these comments and fire y'all ass up. I got time.
Hey,
So
hey, now I just want to end it on a note that I don't know. I love my sisters, man.
I
I
love
want to
my
work
kid.
together. I want to work together with us. I want to build a stronger community. I want us to bond more. I want communication to be better. Like we don't need to be against one another. And I feel like the balance was beautiful when everybody seen what they could bring to the table. You see, so I feel like if you talk to your man and see what he wants, people tend to love people how they want to love instead of how the person needs to be loved.
That's
Yeah, the
good.
love language.
You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
if everybody try to understand and know, see what they need, see what kind of woman he want, and you know what I'm saying. See what kind of man that you know what I'm saying. Like she wanted her life.
That's right.
That's what, you know what I mean. That's what's gonna make it better. You can't just force what you got to give. You got to see what's needed and
Right.
apply that.
Well
That's why I
said,
was
um,
Mr.
saying.
Harris.
That's why I initially said it was kind of contradictory because that's what your partner is. You need them. You're gonna need them for every single thing, and that's just real. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come
Well,
needing you. I'm gonna need you for A, B, and C, and I hope you need me for this, and I'm gonna be there for
right.
you like you need to be there for me.
You
You know what
need
I'm
each
saying?
other.
Not tolerate them, but need them. I like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so
Well,
real.
Butler, what final positive words you got for everybody before we get up out of here?
Who, me?
Ms. Butler.
April.
um, I would just have to say this was great coming together with different perspectives, different walks of life. And I think we just need to continue to build on this forum for men and women because you can learn something from it. And just understanding communication, learning from each other. But I think this was a great platform, and I appreciate you, Mr. Ford, for bringing us all together to talk about this.
Word. I appreciate you coming through. What you got, Quan?
Um, I think tonight was amazing. I didn't really say that much because at the end of the day, I'm learning internally to become a great woman, you know, and it's a good thing to hear from men because I feel like some women really have missed out on great men because we didn't hear y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm in a season where I am learning to really, like you said, to listen. So I think this was really a great platform to help me be a better woman for my next person because I pushed away some good people because of my trauma and my alphaness and my independentness and all this other stuff. So I think, we do need each other. I am a woman who want to go into my soft girl era. I want to be a better person, period. So you guys' perspective as men, I definitely appreciate it and I honor it because I've learned a lot tonight just about men. And you guys are not the only people. I've heard it from, past previous relationships. I've heard, what you guys are saying. I've heard it before. So I know he wasn't crazy. You get what I'm saying? It is true. So I thank you guys so much. I think that this needs to be something that is monthly because it's going to help a lot of women be great women and it's going to help a lot of men be great men. You know what I'm saying? And I love and I thank you so much for allowing me to come on this platform and listen to you guys. And if my person out there, just know I'm growing, baby. I'm growing.
He coming through.
Hey, and I appreciate you coming out here too, for sure. Say for me, I feel like I'm kind of with Eric on it too. I think that we need to all as a whole try to be
Yes.
better listeners.
Mhm.
Hmm.
A lot of times we so quick to lash out and we want to have a voice so bad that you miss the message because you're not, you know what I'm saying, you spending more time speaking and less time listening. So I think as a whole, we need to all just start listening more. really truly understand individuals, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody not fucked up individuals.
Right.
Most of the time they're just misunderstood individuals, and that's it.
Yep.
So we need to get better at listening. We need to get better at communicating, myself included, because I'm not a real good communicator. My wife get on me all the time. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? When you used to being boxed in, you ain't used to having to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? It's no excuse, but I'm been boxed in. So I ain't really ever had to be a big communicator like that. I'm working on that for me as well. So I think that's the main thing. Another thing is we gotta get back to the village. The village is missing heavily in our community. And I ain't really just speaking on just relationships, just talking about just families as a whole. And I think a lot of times the village is kind of like, well, maybe it might even help hold your personal relationship or your personal family together. The village alone, when you start feeling like you're doing everything on your own, that's finances and feeling alone are like the two things that cause like the downfall of a family anyway. Because when a woman start feeling alone, she want out anyway. She start feeling like she gotta work and she gotta be mom and she gotta be wife. Like my wife get on me all the time too. If she had gone through like an era or going through a week or a month span where she feel like she working, she having to cook, she having to figure out food, figure out, you
She
know what I'm saying, make sure
overwhelmed.
kids get home. Like when she start feeling like she got to do all those things and she got to wear all those hats, then she's not gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I just think when we get back to the villages and we get back to communicating, and that communication is gonna consist heavily on listening, then I
Yes.
feel like everything will be, you know what I'm saying, how it is, and just stop trying to base whatever life you live or whatever your house supposed to be off what the image look like, or what
Mm-hmm.
just because Eric house look cool on social media because he's doing XYZ, and that don't
Mm-hmm.
mean that Brandon house got to be like his to be a successful home, because successful is gonna always be in the eye of the beholder anyway. Your success is not gonna be mine.
Mm-hmm.
Your happy family not gonna be mine. So
Right.
when we get back to that, man, we're gonna be straight for
And
real.
I
And
before you
I
go,
have a lot of
and one
positive.
thing too, and stop putting so much weight on somebody to make you happy. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you got to make you happy first.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm learning. I feel like my last relationship, I put too much weight for him to make me happy, and he couldn't do it because I wasn't happy internally. So I feel like we got to make ourselves happy, and then we got to work on making our person happy.
Yeah.
Period.
Happiness
But you
starts
got
with
to
the
be happy first. So I
mm-hmm.
mean, let me drop that on in your spirit. Can't nobody make you happy. You got to make you
Mm.
happy, and don't
You have
put
to
that weight
choose
on us.
happiness every day. You
Yes.
really do. And positive
Every day,
energy.
man. Every day,
Yes.
and
Positive energy.
be willing to be vulnerable, and give your true self to
Right.
whoever it is that you talking to or that you involved with. But just
Yeah.
give your true self, and you just gonna have to live with that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be
And
your
I
true self,
want to
man, then
say, I just want to say, like when you dealing with somebody, you know that got that has better qualities than somebody you've invested in. Don't give them a worse version than you gave that other person. Try your best to give them a better version if you getting a better version. See what I
Mm-hmm.
That's
mean?
that's good.
Try,
Yeah.
try to try your best, like, because that's how you lose, because you trying to hold up them gates that somebody else done for 'em.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna lose this next individual who really, you know what I mean? Cause you could utilize.
Be good for
Right.
you. Continue to uplift each other too. Too many times our black community, we are against each other and we pull each other down. That hurts our homes, our villages, as Mr. Ford said. Let's continue to uplift, send great positive messages, like communicate in a way that we are kings and queens. And that's what I truly mean about communication. And Ford, I just love you, and just as y'all marriage, y'all relationship, y'all are the true meaning of perseverance. So you may think we don't know, but by y'all really going out there and being that true meaning, we all are learning. We all have relationship goals. So y'all continue to be the best versions for each other. And that's positive right there for all of us.
Just said my brother is real single too, and y'all can see him smiling. Hey,
hey,
yeah.
but
If you don't
look,
like
but
no hood
like
rat,
you said
hey,
though,
hey, you don't like no
look,
hood rat.
like you said, Miss Allen, I swear to
Yeah,
God,
appreciate
that
that, Jim.
whole that whole marriage, I swear to God, bro. Anybody that's in the comments, that shit ain't easy. I swear to God,
Oh,
it's tough
yes, you're right.
every single day.
It's a work.
But you done had days when you like question if you should even be here. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
Mm.
natural. So it's tough, bro. But I do appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all. Appreciate
Marriage
everybody
is
who came
beautiful.
through, and everybody in the comments, everybody who was you know what I'm saying, commenting, participating. We appreciate it for sure. Just make sure y'all follow the page, like, review, all that good stuff, and make sure y'all tune in to Miss Butler's her page. She got a lot of stuff going on too. Be on the lookout for Eric. He got some new stuff coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So some new beginnings. And
Oh yeah.
and, and especially Miss Cuthbertson, she always got something good. She got the detox joint going on. You need to make sure you drop the link on here too, Quan, when we done. And
All
April, you
right.
do the same. Y'all drop y'all links in the comments too. Quan, I need some of that detox ASAP. You been holding out on a nigga and shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. But but look, so I appreciate y'all, and we're gonna wrap it up on that. We went way past where we were supposed to go, and I told you, Eric,
We
nigga,
gotta
we
Yeah.
come
we
back for
start
a round
going.
two on this, but we
We
gotta
Yeah.
got
add
we
some
Yeah.
got
more
definitely
people.
we
We
got
gotta
definitely
add some
do it
more people,
again
man.
though, for sure.
Yeah.
But
We
I
should do
appreciate
in
everybody
person.
though, straight up. I appreciate everybody, and maybe we can make this a bigger thing at a later date. And Miss Butler, we'll chop it up on that because I got an idea anyway. So
Yes, let's
So yeah,
do it.
man. So appreciate y'all. Y'all all hold it down. And make sure y'all share, like, comment, all that good shit. All right.
Good night.
Good night.
We out.
Night.
All right, y'all.